You ever drive past a curb and see a pile of stuff with a free sign? Most people just keep driving, but me, I see dollar signs. That old lamp in that box, I grabbed it, cleaned it up, and sold it for 75 bucks. And that's when I realized I was onto something big. So I brought that lamp home and started researching. Turns out it was a vintage mid-century piece from a sought-after brand. A quick search on my phone showed me identical lamps selling for over $100. Suddenly, my free curb find wasn't just trash, it was a paycheck waiting to happen. I snapped some good photos in natural light, wrote an honest description, and posted it on Facebook Marketplace. I set the price at 80 bucks, marked it as free pickup only, and hit post. No shipping headaches, no boxes to find, just a simple local sale. The hardest part was waiting for the first message. Within an hour, a guy messaged me. He came by that afternoon, handed me cash, and loaded the lamp into his car. We chatted for a minute. He was a collector, thrilled with the find. I made $75 on something I got for free. My mind was officially blown. I sat at my kitchen table that night counting that cash and thinking, 75 bucks from one free lamp. If I could do that 4 or 5 times a week, I'd be looking at over $700 a month. Extra income from stuff people were literally throwing away. That was the moment the idea was born. So let's look at the math. The goal is 700 bucks a month from free stuff. That breaks down to about 4 or 5 flips per week, averaging 40 to 60 bucks each. Your cost for goods, 0. That's pure profit waiting for you at the curb in free groups and on Marketplace. Where do you find this stuff? Start with Buy Nothing groups on Facebook. People give away great items daily. Check Craigslist's free section. Drive through nicer neighborhoods on trash night or the night before bulk pickup. Estate sale weekends are gold mines, especially on the last day when they just want stuff gone. Not all free stuff is worth grabbing. Focus on solid wood furniture. Real wood, not particle board. Vintage electronics, working or not. Name brand kitchenware, tools, and collectibles. Skip anything stained, broken beyond repair, or modern flat pack furniture. If it's not sellable, it's just taking up space in your garage. When you get an item home, clean it up, wipe it down, polish the wood, make it shine. Then take photos in good natural light, no flash, no cluttered backgrounds. Post with an honest description and price it to sell. Remember, free pickup only means 0 shipping costs and 0 hassle for you. This whole idea really is that simple. Look around your own neighborhood. People are constantly getting rid of perfectly good stuff. They just don't see the value in it anymore. But you will. You just have to train your eye and be willing to stop the car and take a second look. I started making Saturday mornings my official scouting time. Coffee in hand, I'd drive through neighborhoods known for their yard sales and curb alerts. And sure enough, there it was. Another free pile. This time with a solid wood chair and a small table. I pulled over before the car even fully stopped. I got out and inspected that chair like a pro. Solid oak construction, dovetail joints, a brand name I recognized from my research. This wasn't just free junk. This was a $100 bill disguised as old furniture. I loaded it up, feeling like I'd just found buried treasure on the side of the road. That's the other secret. You need to be ready to haul. I keep a moving blanket and some bungee cords in my trunk at all times. You never know when you'll spot something good. Being prepared means you can grab it immediately before someone else does. Opportunity waits for no one. Back in the garage, I got to work. A little wood cleaner, some polish, and a whole lot of elbow grease. Within an hour, that dusty old chair was gleaming. The wood grain popped, the joints were tight, and it looked like a piece you'd pay good money for at a vintage store. I posted it that evening with beautiful photos. It sold the next morning for $90. 90 bucks for an hour of cleaning and a free chair. That's $90 closer to my monthly goal. And the best part, there's an endless supply of free stuff out there just waiting for someone like you. The key to consistent income is building a system. I dedicate a few hours each week to scouting, a few hours to cleaning and prepping, and a few hours to posting and messaging. It's not a full-time job, it's a side hustle that runs on autopilot once you've got the rhythm down. Let me save you some headaches. Avoid particle board furniture. It's heavy, it falls apart, and nobody wants it. Skip anything with major stains or pet smells. Cleaning, it isn't worth the effort. And don't grab broken electronics unless you know how to fix them. Time is money, even when the item is free. Good photos are non-negotiable. I'm not saying you need a professional camera, your phone is fine, but take the photos during the day near a window, wipe off fingerprints, stage the item nicely. A great photo can double your selling price and cut your wait time in half. It's that important. Pricing is an art. I researched sold listings for similar items and price mine just below the average to sell fast. I leave a tiny bit of room for negotiation. People love feeling like they got a deal, but I never go below my bottom line. Know your number and stick to it. You know, this whole flipping thing has taught me something. It's not just about the money, though. That's great. It's about seeing potential where others see nothing. It's about the thrill of the hunt and the satisfaction of giving old things new life. That feeling never gets old. After a while, I expanded my sources. Estate sales on Friday mornings, moving sales on weekends, and even college move-out days in the spring. Students leave behind furniture, mini fridges, and all sorts of stuff. They just want it gone, and I'm happy to take it off their hands. As my listings grew, so did my messages. I got quick at responding, friendly but efficient. I learned to schedule pickups in batches. Saturday afternoons became my designated pickup time. Multiple buyers, one after another, all coming to grab their treasures. It felt like running a real business. And it was working. That Saturday, I had 3 different people show up. A couple bought a vintage dresser, a guy grabbed some tools, and a woman took a stack of records. In 2 hours, I made over $200. Cash in hand, items gone. Space cleared. Perfect system. That night, I spread the cash out on my kitchen table. $240 from one day's work. I added it to my notebook, watching my monthly total climb. $700 suddenly felt not just possible, but inevitable. This wasn't luck anymore. This was a real income stream. $700 a month adds up fast. That's over $8,000 a year. Think about what that could do for you. Pay off a credit card, fund an emergency savings account, take a real vacation, or just give you some breathing room every month. All from stuff people throw away. Now, a quick word about taxes. When you're making this kind of money, you're running a small business. Keep track of your sales, save your receipts, and set aside about 20 to 30% for tax time. A simple spreadsheet or app can track everything. It's easy when you stay on top of it. There are apps that make this whole process even easier. Mileage trackers log your driving to estate sales. Receipt scanners save your records. And listing templates let you post in minutes instead of hours. Your smartphone is the most powerful tool in your flipping toolkit. Use it. $700 a month is just the beginning. Once you've got your system down, you can scale up. Find a niche you love, vintage cameras, mid-century furniture, vinyl records, and become the expert. Specialize. And you can double or triple your income without working twice as hard. Time management is everything. I spend about 30 minutes each morning scrolling local free groups and marketplace. I batch my photo shoots on Sunday afternoons. I do all my messaging during lunch. It's about working smart, not long. You can fit this into even the busiest schedule. I love this life. The flexibility, the freedom, the feeling of building something for myself. And the best part is showing others that they can do it too. It's not about having special skills or a lot of money to start. It's about being willing to try and learning as you go. Estate sales became my new favorite hunting ground. Not for the expensive stuff on the first day. That's for collectors with deep pockets. I go on the last day when everything is half off and they're ready to deal. That's when the real bargains happen. That's when I swoop in. At one sale, I found a vintage film camera and an old typewriter tucked away in a corner. The seller just wanted them gone. I offered $40 for the pair and she took it. I knew from my research that camera alone could sell for over $100, another score. Back home, I looked them up. The camera was selling for $180 online. The typewriter, $140. I just turned $40 into over $300 with a little knowledge and a lot of curbside charm. Knowledge really is money. I spent an afternoon cleaning them up. A little lens cleaner for the camera, some metal polish for the typewriter keys. It wasn't hard work, just careful, focused effort, and the transformation was incredible. They look like museum pieces, and I priced them accordingly. Both items sold within a week. $320 profit from one Saturday morning. That single haul put me well past my $700 monthly goal. I sat there staring at the cash, realizing this was more than a hobby now. This was a real sustainable income. Here's the thing about $700 a month. Invested wisely over time, it grows. 5 years of consistent flipping and smart investing could turn that $8,000 yearly income into over $50,000. That's not pocket change anymore. That's life-changing money. I started getting repeat customers. People would message me asking if I had any more vintage lamps or mid-century chairs. I realized I wasn't just selling stuff. I was building a brand, a reputation for quality items and honest deals. And that reputation is worth more than any single flip. Different seasons bring different opportunities. Spring is college move-out time, furniture and appliances everywhere. Summer is garage sale season, fall brings holiday decorations, people are clearing out, and winter people move in winter too, leaving behind perfectly good furniture. There's always something. The mindset matters as much as the method. Be patient. Good finds take time. Be persistent. You'll have dry spells and items that don't sell. Learn from your mistakes. Every failed flip teaches you something, and celebrate your wins, no matter how small. This is a journey, not a sprint. I meet up with other flippers. Sometimes we share tips, trade stories, and celebrate each other's scores. It's a community of people who see value where others see trash. And honestly, that community might be the best part of all this. We're all in it together. Now I spend as much time teaching as I do flipping. Neighbors, friends, even strangers online reach out asking how to start. I show them my system, my sources, my tricks. Because here's the secret. There's enough free stuff out there for everyone. Helping others doesn't hurt my business. It grows the whole community. We started going on group scouting trips. A few of us would hit estate sales together, covering more ground and sharing what we found. Someone would spot a great chair and text the group. Another would find a box of records. We'd help each other load heavy items. It was fun and profitable. After a good weekend, we'd meet up in someone's garage for a flip meet. We'd show off our best finds, compare notes, and celebrate our sales. Snacks, drinks, and a whole lot of laughter. This was never just about money. It was about connection, about building something together. One of my students, a woman who'd never sold anything online before, landed her first big flip. She found a vintage record player at a garage sale for $10, cleaned it up, and sold it for $120. The look on her face when she held that cash. Priceless. Now we have a little club. The 700 Club, we call it. Anyone who hits 700 in a month gets their name on the board. There must be a dozen names up there now, people from all walks of life, all ages, all backgrounds, united by a shared love of the hunt and the flip. The community effect is real. When we share leads and help each other, everyone's numbers go up. Collectively, our little group now brings in over $5,000 a month. That's money going into local families, paying bills, funding dreams, all from stuff people threw away. And we give back too. Items that don't sell get donated to local charities. We mentor new flippers for free. Some of us even donate a percentage of our profits to causes we care about. It feels good to make money. It feels even better to use it for something meaningful. Here's something I'm really proud of. Every item we flip is one less thing in a landfill. Every saved piece of furniture, every reused household item, every vintage treasure we rescue, it's good for the planet. We're making money while reducing waste. That's a win-win any way you look at it. So here's my challenge to you. Spend the next 30 days just looking. Join some free groups, drive through neighborhoods on trash night, stop at yard sales. See the potential. Your first flip might be this weekend. Your first $100 might be closer than you think. We're halfway through this journey, and I hope you're starting to see what I see. A world of opportunity hiding in plain sight. A way to make extra money that doesn't require special skills or a big investment. Just a willingness to look, to learn, and to take that first step. After that big estate sale score, I started investing a little money up front. Not much, 40, 50 bucks here and there, but when you know what you're looking for, that small investment can turn into 2, 3, even 4 times as much. It's about using knowledge to multiply your money. Back at my desk, I researched my finds. That camera I paid 20 bucks for, selling for 200. The typewriter, 160. The lamp, 90. $450 from a $40 investment. That's the power of knowing your stuff. That's the next level. I spent a whole afternoon in my workshop, carefully restoring each piece, cleaning the camera lens, polishing the typewriter keys, shining up that old lamp. It's satisfying work, bringing old things back to life, and every minute I spent cleaning added dollars to the final selling price. When they were ready, I set up a little photo studio by my big window. Natural light, a clean background, and a few careful angles. I wanted these photos to show just how beautiful these items really were. Good presentation isn't just nice, it's profitable. All 3 sold within a week, $450 profit from one Saturday morning. That's more than I used to make in a week at my old job. And it all came from knowing what to buy, how to fix it up, and how to present it. Pure profit. See, when you flip free stuff, your profit margin is infinite. But when you start investing a little money, 20, 50, $100, your returns can multiply. 3, 4, even 5 times your investment if you know what you're doing. That's how you scale up from side hustle to real income. The real secret is specialization. Pick one thing you love. Vintage cameras, mid-century furniture, old records, and become the expert. Learn everything about it. Know the brands, the models, the values. When you're the expert, people come to you and they pay more for your knowledge. As your inventory grows, you need a system. I have shelves for to clean, ready to sell, and sold waiting pickup. A simple spreadsheet tracks every item, where I found it, what I paid, what it's sold for. Organization isn't boring. It's how you scale up without losing your mind. Competition? Don't worry about it. There's enough for everyone. Be early, be friendly, and look where others don't. Talk to estate sale organizers. They'll remember you. Dig through the boxes everyone else ignores. That's where the real treasures hide. Smart beats fast every time. I love coming to places like this. Farmers market, seeing all these small business owners, makers, and sellers, it reminds me that I'm part of something bigger. A whole economy of people who saw an opportunity and went for it. That's the spirit that built this country. Here's an advanced trick for you. Bundle smaller items together. Instead of selling kitchen tools separately for $5 each, bundle them in a nice basket for $30. People love a deal, and they love a curated set. You move more inventory faster and make more money doing it. My student in the purple sweater tried bundling with her kitchen items. She grouped a few vintage pieces together, added a nice ribbon, and priced it at $40. Sold in one day, she came running to show me so proud. That's the moment when it all clicks, when you realize you've got this. Holidays are bundling gold mines. Vintage Christmas ornaments tied together with a bow, instant nostalgia, instant sale, themed gift baskets for every occasion. People will pay a premium for something that feels curated and ready to give. Think ahead and you'll cash in when the season hits. Upcycling is another game changer. That beat-up wooden table I found. I sanded it down, painted it a soft green, added new knobs, looked like $1,000,000. Sold for 10 times what I paid. A little creativity and elbow grease can turn trash into treasure and profit. And don't underestimate the power of relationships. I got to know the local estate sale organizers. Now they call me before the public sales. I get first pick of the good stuff, all because I was friendly, reliable, and easy to work with. It's who you know as much as what you know. So where can this take you? $700 a month is just the beginning. With advanced techniques, you can hit $1,500, $2,500, even $5,000 a month. That's not a side hustle anymore. That's a full-time income. That's a career. That's a whole new life. At a certain point, you might want to build a team. One person sources, another handles pickups, another does the cleaning and photos, another handles sales. Suddenly, you're not just a flipper. You're running a small business. And there's nothing wrong with that. Hire smart, work together, grow faster. Systems and automation are your best friends. Set up alerts for keywords you love. Create listing templates so you can post in minutes. Schedule your pickups in batches. The less time you spend on repetitive tasks, the more time you have for finding and flipping. Work smarter. $5,000 a month. Think about what that could do. Pay off debt forever, build real savings, invest in your future, give your family security, or just give yourself options. The freedom to say yes to things you couldn't before. That's what this is really about. Standing here watching the sunset over the ocean, I feel peaceful. Not because of the money in my pocket, though that's nice, but because I built something. I found a way to create value, to connect with people, to make a difference, and knowing I can help others do the same, that's everything. Look at this community, the woman in purple, she's making $1,200 a month with bundling. The guy in flannel, $1,800 with upcycled furniture. The couple over there, over $4,000 running their own small team. Different paths, different numbers, same starting point, a willingness to try. My friend in the flannel shirt found his calling in furniture. His workshop is full of beautiful pieces he's saved from the curb. Each one cleaned, repaired, and restored to its former glory. He doesn't just make money, he creates art, and people pay premium prices for his work. And that woman in the blue jacket, she's best friends with every estate sale organizer in town. She gets in before the doors open, picks the cream of the crop. Her secret, she's reliable, she's fair, and she's a pleasure to work with. Relationships open doors, sometimes literally. That couple over there started together, just the two of them. Now they've got a small warehouse and a couple of helpers. They've turned flipping into a real business, shelves of inventory, systems for everything, a team that works like a well-oiled machine. It's beautiful to see. And here we all are together, the whole crazy community, from the woman who started with a lamp to the couple with a warehouse, from the guy who restores chairs to the woman who bundles kitchenware. Different stories, different journeys, but we all started in the same place, at the curb with nothing but curiosity. Let's look at the numbers one last time. First flip, $50. System built, $700 a month. Advanced techniques, $450 from one sale. Community grown, 8 strong and counting. Full-time potential, 5,000 plus a month. This is the path. This is what's possible. This could be you. So what's your number? What would $700 a month do for you? What about $1,500 or $5,000? Grab a notebook, write down your bills, your debts, your dreams. Add them up. That's your goal. That's your freedom number, and it's closer than you think. Ready to start? Open Facebook Marketplace right now. Search free stuff. Join 3 buy nothing groups in your area. That's it. 12 minutes, maybe less. You're now a flipper. You don't need to be ready. You just need to start. And starting is this easy. The shift from I can't to I can happens the moment you take action, from consumer to creator, from watcher to doer. You already have everything you need. The only thing standing between you and your first flip is the decision to start. Make that decision today. Sitting here by this fire, watching the snow fall outside, I feel complete. Not because I've made a lot of money, though I have, but because I've found peace. Financial peace, yes, but also the peace of knowing I'm living my own life on my own terms. That's the real reward. Looking back, I realized it was never just about the money. It was about the freedom, the community, the person I became along the way. That old lamp on the curb, It didn't just start a side hustle, it started a whole new life, a life I never could have imagined. And the best part? That life keeps growing. The people I taught are now teaching others. The knowledge spreads like roots from a tree. I won't be here forever, but this community will. This way of seeing the world, of finding value everywhere, of helping each other that will last. There's a philosophy to all this. It's called abundance, the belief that there's enough for everyone. Enough free stuff, enough buyers, enough success to go around. When you live in abundance, you share, you help, you celebrate others' wins, and somehow that makes your own wins even sweeter. See how it ripples out. From one lamp to a community, from one person to hundreds. That ripple touches families, friends, whole neighborhoods. A single act of curiosity, stopping to look at a free pile, can change everything. Not just for you, but for everyone around you. Now it's time to pass it on. This book holds everything I've learned, every trick, every tip, every failure and success. I'm giving it to you, the next generation. Not because I'm done, I'll never be done, but because this knowledge was never meant to be kept. It was meant to be shared. So here it is, the complete journey from one lamp to a movement, from $50 to $50,000 a year, from a solo hobby to a thriving community. This is what we built together. And the beautiful part, it's not over. It's just getting started. And you're invited. Look in the mirror, the person you see, that's the one who can do this. The one who can change their life, the one who can build something meaningful. You have everything you need. The knowledge is here. The community is waiting. The only thing missing is your first step. So come join us. The door is open. There's a seat saved just for you. Find your first item, snap a photo, and share it with the hashtag 700flipper. We'll be there cheering you on because that's what this community does. We lift each other up. We celebrate every win. Before I go, remember these 6 things start before you're ready. Every expert was once a beginner. Systems beat hustle. Community multiplies success. Failure is a lesson, and always, always pass it on. Carry these with you. They'll guide you when the path gets unclear. Look how high we can go. Hot air balloons rising at dawn, catching the first light. That's what this feels like. Limitless, peaceful, full of possibility. You're standing on the ground right now watching, but you've got a balloon too. All you have to do is light the burner and rise. Look at this crowd, hundreds of people, each holding their first flip item. Lamps, chairs, cameras, records, a sea of possibilities turned into realities. This is what we built. This is the 700 Flipper community, and there's a place here for you too. Always. Listen to their stories. A new mom who stays home with her baby. Now a retiree who found purpose again. A couple who paid off $30,000 in debt. A man with a disability who found independence. Different lives, different struggles, same solution. They started. And so can you. Standing here watching all of you, I don't have words, just gratitude. Overwhelming tear-filled gratitude. You took what I shared and ran with it. You built lives, communities, futures. You proved that one person's trash really is another's treasure. But more than that, you proved that kindness spreads. One last thing, the money was never the point. It was the freedom, the community, the person you become on the journey, the confidence that comes from building something yourself. Hold on to that. The money will come and go, but who you become, that's forever. Thank you for watching, for learning, for believing. This lamp, the very first one, has been with me the whole way. Now it glows brighter than ever, lighting the path for others. Take its light with you. Start your own journey, and remember, you already have everything you need. So let's review. 700 active flippers in our community, over $60,000 combined monthly income, 10,000 items saved from landfills, all from one lamp on a curb. The numbers are impressive, but the lives change behind those numbers. That's the real story. One final piece of wisdom. You already have everything you need. The skills, the tools, the courage, they're inside you waiting. The only thing missing is your first step. Take it today, not tomorrow, not next week. Today, your future self is counting on you. The door is open, the community is waiting. We've saved you a seat right in the middle where you belong. Come find your first item, snap that photo, share it with 700 Flipper. We'll be there cheering louder than you can imagine. Welcome home, you made it. For anyone who ever doubted they could, for anyone who needed permission to start, for anyone ready to change their life, this lamp, this book, this signature, they're yours. Now take them, use them, build something beautiful, and then pass it on. That's all I've ever wanted. And so we come full circle, back to my front porch, back to where it all began. The sun is setting on this chapter, but yours is just rising. Go find your lamp, take your first step, build your community, create your legacy. I'll be right here, cheering you on, always. Now go get them.